Hello everyone, Warrington here, and welcome back to the Mousillon campaign for Mortal Empires. Now, last episode we got things off to a good start. We defeated one of the Bretonnian dukedoms, the Dukedom of Lyonesse, as well as took their capital, which, as a result, secured our entire starting province, which is a fantastic start to any campaign. Now today we want to see about focusing on our next, or remaining enemy, the Dukedom of Bordeleaux, down here to the south. However, their faction leader Albrecht is normally a tough nut to crack, and given that he's got a full stack sitting in his capital, we're going to have to try and get him out of there somehow. Maybe we'll go after Aquitane first and then head over from there. We'll just wait and see how it goes. But before we get started to the campaign properly today, I want to let you guys know that if you want to submit characters, units, or settlement names to the campaign, you are welcome to do so. If you check out the comment section of the video, you'll see a pinned comment of mine with a link on it. If you click on the link, it will take you to a Google form. Just fill in the form, answering the questions like which character you particularly want, that sort of thing. And then it'll go into a master list that I can access when I recruit new characters or gain new settlements and stuff like that. The only caveat is that when it comes to release Bretonnia, I'm not going to be changing any of these settlement names. I'd like to keep those as they are. But if we end up going into the Empire, for example, or end up going into the mountains, going after dwarven settlements, that sort of thing, then we will be more than happy to change them to something more fitting for the Red Duke. But yeah, if you're interested in submitting a character or a unit in there, check out the link and I'll look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Now with that said, we're now going to start today's episode properly with us dealing with this greenskin incursion. So let's grab the Red Duke and send you straight down here. This should be a pretty easy fight. There's not really many of them. Oh yeah, definitely. An easy fight. So goodbye. Took a few casualties, but I think we'll be okay. We can replenish those quite quickly. And I'm going to go for the return captives, just so we can get a bit more dark magic. But Wazhumper has now been defeated. Ooh, we picked up a black cat. Isn't that quite cute? This vampire blood dragon lord with a little black cat on his shoulder. That's so sweet. I suppose it makes him look good for the outcasts that live in Mousillon, at least. But we also picked up Confident Attacker, even better. Let's move you into here for the minute. Now, wait a sec. Did we not get a Necromancer in the previous episode? No, wait a sec, where is he? He's here. What are you... Oh, yeah, that's right. So last time we managed to unlock the Black Rail Knights, these guys here. So the handpicked knights, the followers of Malobard, that we will be able to recruit to the army, and one of them required us to go to Gisero. So let's just move you straight here while we remember to do so. There we go. So we managed to pick up Sir Eustache. Okay. You guys can read about him here if you're interested. Right. Do we have to recruit him like a hero, or is he... Oh no, he's already available, it seems. Okay. Let's move you down here. And let's check out Sir Eustache. Eustache of the Rustin Blade. Okay. Apparently he's one of the most skilled swordsmen in Mousillon, and is only second to Malabad himself in the skills of the battlefield. Okay. So Rustin Blade. Gives us Vanguard Deployment, Stalk, Siege Attacker, and Immortal. That's good. We don't have to worry about him dying anytime soon then. Now what we got? Arsonist, Schemer, Lightning Strikes. That could be handy. Okay, the Rustin Blade, Poison Attacks and Unspottable. Double experience for units when fighting against humans. That could be useful, but we have to wait for him to get to at least a level 11. Okay. Bonus for infantry, ambush success chance. Assassinate for his executioner. Okay. Stabbing victims in their beds, burning down their houses. How honourable. And we've got the Shroud of Darkness. So this character can also assassinate, damage walls and that. I think it'd be good to use him as a campaign agent for the moment, level him up, and then we'll be able to join him up with the armies in the future. Especially since, well, we need to assassinate characters, don't we? In order to gain blood kisses. So let's see if there's anyone nearby we can use. For example, Bordeleaux. Here are you. Oh, you're a paladin, right. Let's send you down here. What's that chance? 34. We've only got 6% chance of being wounded, and don't forget, we are immortal. So it doesn't matter in any case, you can't die from a failed thing anyway. Critical success? Oh, perfect. That's going to level him up quite a bit. There we go. Let's go for Assassinate. Now, unfortunately, we can't level it up much more, but we'll go into Specialist as well. Right, but most importantly, because we assassinated him, we can now get another blood kiss. So let's have a look on our bloodlines. Now, bearing in mind, I'm not going to recruit any of these guys right away, because we've only barely got much in the way of upkeep. Income, I should say. But what can we gain for bonuses? 10% tax rates. That will add up over time. Weapon strength 10% for all cavalry units. Upkeep reduction for all heroes. Ambush chance or research rates. I feel a little tempted to go for the tax rate to start things off. And I think it's quite fitting as well, given that we are Mousillon, to get a fallen knight to join our ranks. In fact, can we see it? So here's Malabad. We want to check him out at some point. Serpent. Ooh. Causes fear when fighting humans. Weapon strength for all his army. But recruitment cost is plus 200% for all undead units. So if we recruit Malabad, it would be in our best interest to make sure he has a human army. It may have mutants and stuff like that in, but we'll definitely want to see about doing that. But here we are, Giovanni di Savanter, a fallen knight who is quite cruel. Oh, that's so cool. We'll definitely want to check them out at some point. But in the meantime, Red Duke, let's level you up as well. We're going to go for the hunger. And for the most part, I think I'm going to focus mainly down the combat tree. But I am going to go and upgrade Invocation of Nehek first of all. Simply because having the ability to regenerate our army will be extremely useful. So yeah, quite happy to go ahead and do that. Otherwise, what else we got left to do? Leoness can be upgraded, we'll go ahead and do that. Is there any other thing we wanted to try and do? Maybe trade? So you've got non-aggression in military. Are you willing to do anything else yet? No. Duke of Paravan? Okay. Unfortunately, I don't think there's really much else we can get at the moment. Not many people are going to be too happy with us regardless. Although Bordeleaux, how strong are you? Apparently we are stronger than Bordeleaux, right. That could come in handy, we just have to be careful if we enter into their territory. The last thing we want is for us to take too much attrition and be an easy target for their army to come out to attack us. But we shall see what happens. Okay then. Looks like they're now in the middle of mustering, so we might want to start making our way out elsewhere. I mean, something that did cross my mind is that maybe we, instead of going straight towards Bordeleaux, that we do something like maybe go for Bastogne, and then we can move down and towards Aquitane, swing around, and then go up to Bordeleaux afterwards. Let me have a quick look. You're currently at war against Clan Galstock. And you are quite weak, it seems. Okay. That could work out quite nicely for us. I mean, once when we get to our territory, Mousillon's here, it would mean having to go and trespass, but if we go here... Trying to remember, which one do we need to do with the undead? I think it's Raiden, isn't it? That prevents immunity to attrition, yeah. We need 50% for that. Okay, let's move you here a minute. And raid. There we go, perfect. While you do that then, we'll bring our Necromancer down here just to join up with the army. Alright, we'll send Eustache over here then to scout out the enemy for us. Okay, so I do have a few troops in the army here. Loads and loads of mounted yeomen, which are going to be easy pickings if we end up attacking the castle directly. They do have Grail Knights and Creston Knights, which is unfortunate, and they do have a Footsquire unique unit, the Beast Slayers of Bastan. What about the castle itself? The castle's got a lot of infantry, but easy pickings again for us, really. If we can get ourselves onto the wall, we can easily attack down and shoot the enemy. But then I suppose we can try and do the same for here, can't we? Yeah, same situation, it's just... To be honest though, you're actually a bit easier. I mean, they've got Knights of the Realm. But their infantry are worthless, practically. Okay. I think that'd be a better target, actually. Let's actually go after Bordeleaux instead. We'll have to keep an eye on what they're trying to muster, but if we can start making our way down to Aquitane, I think that could work out much better for us. So we'll let you do that. Do we want to upgrade the ports with what dark magic we got available? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Might as well get a bit of extra income that will be available from it. So we'll do that. And then we'll just sit up wait for 2 turns while we get magic coming in. Okay. We've got an interesting opportunity. Now what has happened, I skipped forward a couple of turns, as you can probably see from the turn counter, just to move ourselves into a better position to go after Aquitane. But... first of all, let me just pop through that. We've got a new vampire. Definitely have to get rid of some of these characters now. But what happened in the previous end turn phase was that Albrecht had moved his entire army down to Aquitane. Now what that means is that Bordeleaux is unoccupied. All it's got there is the garrison, and we have fought these garrisons before. We can defeat these garrisons easily with what we've got at our disposal. So I think we're just going to go and attack Bordeleaux. We're just going to go ahead and take it. Now, I did originally put Eustache here to attack, but then I just noticed he's apparently really good against gates. Unit's quicker than most when it comes to smashing through the gates. Okay. Although, hang on. I'm going to move you out a minute. Yeah, because I want to get the vampire to join instead. So, let's move you out a sec. Yeah, you can damage walls. So let's go and get you to damage the walls a minute. Oh, failure. Never mind. But what we'll do then, we'll switch over to normal stance so our troops aren't tired. We'll get them into position here. My bar is slightly in our favour. It's going to be much better when we actually fight it. But let me grab Mina here. Yeah, let's grab you. I'm going to stick you in the army for the minute. You have a vampire of death magic as well. Okay, so we got Spirit Leech straight off the bat. Right, but now that we've done that, let's fight the battle for Bordeleaux straight away. Well, lads, I must say, it's not looking too good for us. I mean, if I was one of these Bretonnian bowmen, I'd be a little worried about what I can see in front of me here. But at least they're willing to give it a good try, eh? Anyway, let's come out of the view a second and join the armies down here. Now what I've decided to do is take advantage of my numerical superiority in order to basically just go after all the sections of the wall we can. Now because they're unable to get onto the walls, I've sent the Vargulf and the Red Duke to go and smash down the gates. Now originally I did send the Red Duke to smash it down, but I noticed then that he wasn't really doing a lot of damage. So I swapped him out to the Vargulf, who, despite having a lower weapon strength, was able to do much more damage to the gate. So, one of those things. But it does mean that the two of them are just going to spend most of the battle just here, waiting for the gates to smash down. But, while they're doing that, all my infantry are starting to swarm the walls. Half of them are coming over to this side of the gate to climb up, which luckily for us hasn't got much in the way of protection. We've got the other half coming over here with our Graveguard in the center, and already you can see our Vampiress Mina making her way up to the walls already. Now she was lucky to draw first blood for the fight because she was able to use Spirit Leech to kill a couple of the bowmen here, but saying of first blood, she's definitely causing more blood to be coming out now. But she's going to do extremely well up here against a lot of these men-at-arms. Bretonnian infantry is not that good, right? Their strength is in cavalry, and we're going to see that in how little damage these infantry are actually able to do against us. But they are going to try their best. So while they're doing that though, the rest of my infantry are making their way up the walls. So like I said, I've got Graveguard on either side here, as most of the infantry just making their way up the other sections of the wall. So we're going to let them get on with that. Over here then we've got my bowmen, that for most of the battle I didn't realise they weren't that close until I moved them a little bit more forward, and all of a sudden they're going to start firing away. Now we're going to see exactly how much damage they do in a little bit, which was surprising to say the least. But for now though, it's just a case of trying to cast magic whenever we can with the Red Duke and letting the infantry do their job. Now you might have noticed here a big explosion around the Red Duke. That's because we've got, for one of our mods, a mod that makes it so when miscasting happens, there's a major debuff to it. So if I actually hover over here a second and pause it, you might have noticed the amount of debuffs that we had with him temporarily because of that miscast. And one of the events that actually came up in the campaign was the fact that we were able to get much more magic coming in for a few turns, but our miscast chance goes much higher. I think it's like plus 50% more likely. So I would have preferred not to try and overcast spells in this battle, but because our troops are up on the wall, it seems we can't use the Invocation of Nehek while they're up on the wall. So doing it though as an area of effect spell actually works. Just for some reason it doesn't otherwise. But anyway, the battle continues up on the battlements. My troops are doing an extremely good job. You can see a lot of the enemy's health is going down, their morale is going even lower. And that's not even all my infantry. A lot of them, like these units here, are just going to be spending a lot of time just standing around, waiting for all their troops to get up on the walls themselves. Because I figured I didn't really need them. The Graveguard are doing a fantastic job, as you can see already. They've caused a lot of units to be damaged. We've got another Graveguard unit doing even more. Mina is looking for fresh blood, so she's heading up this way to fight the Foot Squires. And the Foot Squires are going to take a lot of casualties. I figured at this point, because they are the most deadly units that they've got, I'll focus a lot on my bowmen's fire on them. And when you think Bretonnia and bowmen do not do a lot of damage, to be honest, but they were surprisingly effective against this unit here. I mean, you can already see a lot of their health has gone down, and most of that is mainly from the bowmen. Mina's doing a bit of damage here and there, but not as much as I would have liked to have done. But she's, between the two units here and here, they've just decimated that unit completely, see? Now at this point we've got another Invocation of Nehek being cast, another miscast you might have noticed on the other side of the walls. But unfortunately there's not much else that the Red Duke can do. I did make sure to look later on in the video, and you'll see it when we go back to the campaign map, that I do have a look to see whether or not we can get him off his horse. Because I remembered fighting this battle, one of the major issues when playing with the Bretonnians is that all their characters, like their lords and heroes, for especially the knights, always tend to be on horseback, which when it comes to siege assaults aren't exactly the best things for them to be on. So luckily though we can take the Red Duke off horseback for future battles if we wanted to, but for the moment I'm relatively happy with the state of things. Now we're still at 77%, 79% for the gates, so we've still got a way to go yet. But at this point we've basically killed off the entire enemy army, or causing them to retreat. There's still a couple of units here and there. Mina's having just a whale of time against this unit of bowmen, especially with my own bowmen firing down on their position. But all we got left really to deal with is this other unit of bowmen, or two units of bowmen, and the Foot Squires. So I'm starting to bring down my own infantry from the walls just to try and help things out and get them in position. At this point now the gatehouse is going to break open. Just as I realised in fact that we had controlled the gatehouse, so I could have just opened the gates and bring them in. But all we got left to deal with now is this unit of bowmen and the Foot Squires. So Mina leads the charge initially, pinning them in place. You can see our Vargulf galloping across the courtyard now to go after the remnants, and the Red Duke is slowly making his way over there as well. But he's not going to be much use. By the time he gets over here, between the Vampire and our Vargulf, it's going to be too much, and you can really see the morale just plummeting, getting down to zero. I start healing up Mina a little bit using the Invocation of Nehek, and at this point of the battle, it's over. Decisive victory to us, and the city of Bordeleaux belongs to the undead. So with that, guys, let's go back to the campaign map. So there we go, guys. A decisive victory, and the capital Bordeleaux belongs to us. I don't think Albrecht is going to be too happy about this, but he should have stuck around. We'll go ahead, though, and take the settlements. Do I want to loot and occupy it? Nah, we're just going to go ahead and occupy. I don't want to deal with public order issues any more than we have to, so... Ooh. Assault of Stone is a very good spell to use. It's only a one use, but basically it causes a rain of rocks to fall down from the sky, and just does a ton of damage to enemies underneath, so that's always handy. And Sapper. I'm sorry, but +1 leadership, really not that useful, especially for the undead. But Man's Ruin. That works a bit better. Although, do we have artillery pieces? Oh yeah, we do. We have trebuchets we can get. So that would be handy. Bold. Much better. There we go. Albrecht now is over here with his one little settlement. What's he have available here, by the way? He's got the garrison. Has he got any recruitment buildings? No, he can get mob or bowman. Okay, well, his army is pretty crap, from what I remember seeing. So, I'm not that worried, to be honest. Tell you what, I'll send you over here. Ooh, 33%. Hang on, are you exhausted? No, he's already done it recently, that's why. Okay. Tell you what, then, let's see if I'm moving you over here. I honestly don't know. Pick this random unit here.
Unleash the purple sun!
Maybe if we get a chance. Okay. I just wanted to do that. Oh, hates men. Causes fear when fighting against men. Well done, Aiden. But, basically, he has a few Knights of the Realm, but a lot of peasant troops. Right? He hasn't really got a lot to his name, so hopefully we can bait him out. We might actually be able to get him in a straightforward fight. Ooh, we've got the Bordeleaux port now. I mean, that potentially, as you can see, can give us a maximum of income of 1,200 and loads of growth. It's going to help our income a bit, certainly. Although now, grazing pastures, to be honest, it would be tempting to go for this, just because having that extra growth and allowing us to upgrade our buildings quickly will certainly be useful. But I kind of feel tempted really to go for the Balefire Brazier. One, because it increases vampiric corruption, which we can then spread to adjacent provinces, but also for the fact that we can recruit damsels. Now, having undead armies with damsels that can use things like the Law of Life, which I think should heal them up, but also things like the Heavens and all the buffs that you get from that, that could be a really cool addition to the army. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. For the moment, we're Duke. Oh yeah, I wanted to check quickly. Can we? Okay, so we can potentially take him off the horse. That's good to know for when we do siege assaults in the future, because by taking him off the nightmare beforehand, it means he can actually climb up on the walls and get involved, rather than just, as he did in the previous battle, just sit around and not do much. But, something for us to think about. For the moment, what do we really want to use for you, though? Probably going for melee defense would be our best bet. His melee attack is extremely good. But we'll go for Beguile at the moment. Then as for you, Mina Mercer. Right. Replenish troops. We'll go for that. And then, let's give you... Going for melee defense could be quite useful. Going for one of these as well. I kind of just want to make you focus on magic a bit. So we'll go for Spirit Leech. Eventually we'll be able to get the Purple Sun of Xerius and the Fates of Buna. That would be quite fun to play around with. Oh yeah, the Skull Smashers. Oh yeah, we have to go over here to deal with those, don't we? Right, Eustache, let's go for Specialists. Get that done. Aiden... For the moment, yeah, let's go for more Specialists. And then end turn. I'm interested to see what Albrecht will do next, if he's going to try and attack us at Bordeleaux, or if we're going to have to try and bait him out. If our corruption level was better, I would feel tempted to try and set up an ambush, maybe, bring him out that way, but for the moment he looks like he's going to be sitting around in Aquitane. That's annoying. Oh, hang on, we just had a thing pop up. Okay, one sec. So, one of our spies who flits between the courts of mortal men, straying from his appointed task. If we go for the carrot, it decreases agent action cost. The stick increases our chance. Let's increase our chance by just snap the guy's neck. But what did pop up is now we've now got another hero, Nicolette de Uciment. So if we hover here... Oh, it's because of vampire corruption, right. So you can read about this here if you're interested to hear about her backstory. But it looks like she has now joined... Is she back here in Mousillon or Bordeleaux? Let's have a look. A Duke, Aiden... Oh, maybe she's not available to recruit yet? Or maybe we have to do it through here. Oh, I don't know. Just says a knight has joined her cause, but I can't see where we can recruit her. Oh, here. Oh, she's a legendary lord. Oh. Okay. Now, we don't have to pay the recruitment cost for her, so I'm actually going to recruit her right away. I'm not going to keep her about. I'm just interested to see what she's like. So if we click on here... I mean, she already looks just like a deathly looking damsel. But she has a sorceress, reducing magic miscast and power reserve. What about her skills? So she's got the Law of the Undead, sure. Got seduction. Come to my cabin. You'll find it most comfortable, I'm sure. That's pretty good. Reduces melee attack and speed in a large area around her. Children she took from her peasants, she raises as acolytes, increasing damsels. Knowledge Seeker, 10% magic resistance for all units in the army? That's pretty powerful. Charming personality, reduction... Okay, I like the fact that this reduces the vigor loss for the skeletal and zombie units. Cooldown for arcane conduits, and we got Malabad's magical support. She's a powerful and unpredictable sorceress. Reduces cooldown research rates, that's good. What about items? Got the Gown of Tears, doing another debuff nearby. Between that and Seduction, she can really debuff enemy units nearby. That could really come in handy. We also got the Blood Opal Brooch, Black Diamond Tiara, okay, and she can get a Coven Throne. What's this, Queen Bee? Okay, that's just agent actions. Oh, I'm really interested in checking out some of these characters, I tell you. I am disbanding her for the moment. I just wanted to see what she had available. But that looks really, really cool. Now, how are we going to deal with you?
It is forbidden.
We could attack him here. I mean, to be honest, I feel more tempted just to attack the army directly, but at the same time... Well, let's see if we can try and do some... bait him out a bit. If we just pull up here... I mean, can we increase our chances of an ambush? Not really. Okay. Yeah, just pop you here. Right, let's set up an ambush. See if that might work. Right, for you, good sir. Hinder replenishment, not needed. Can't really do much against the town itself because it has no walls. Alright, I'll tell you what, let's just get you scouting out other areas, and maybe we'll go over to Paravon and see. But you can do that for me. Where's my necromancer? Oh, he's here. Right.
It is night.
Let's level you up a bit more. Fortunately, I can't do that. Can go for Master of the Dead at some point. We'll have to remember that. Okay. For the moment, though, let's go Assault Unit and Wound. He's not tired at all, is he? No. But we got the bonus still. Okay, let's go and attack another unit. Let's see if we can spot... Okay. Oh, wow, look at that. So his infantry is really terrible. Apart from the foot squires, he's got spearmen, some mob, and just loads and loads of bowmen. The only slight issue would be the cavalry, but if we can get him out of the settlement to fight, that would be really, really useful. Tell you what, let's see if we can weaken one of his units. Doubt it will work. But it did. And live undead. Additional 30% damage against when using assault units and bonuses against infantry in combat. Useful. Okay, we're going to go another point in still technology. And let's go boost income as well for the moment. Otherwise, what else do we need? We've got 951. Yeah, I want to save up for that. So we'll leave it for now. Hit enter. Okay, is the plan going to work? Oh, he spotted us. Bugger. But that's okay. Banspar is against us. But bear in mind, the enemy have just got a lot of bowmen. We may win this. We may win this. The only thing is, do we fight it now? Or leave it till the next episode? Oof. Ooh, I'm not sure. What's my time on my stopwatch? Right. Yeah, I'm going to leave it until the next episode so we can start things off with this massive fight between Albrecht Debonair de Sarrasin and the Red Duke himself. So, as we do at the end of every episode, thank you very much for watching today's one. Hope you enjoyed, and that you do join me next time for some more Warhammer. But until then, everybody, take care, stay safe, and goodbye for now.